Hi, hello, my name is Gomer Joseph. I hope you've all been having a great day so far. Welcome back to another True Crime Tuesdays video. If you are new, I welcome you. Today I'll be discussing the solved murder of Julie Valentine. Before I discuss this case, I just want to say how this is kind of close to home. I say that because this took place at the same town I went to college at. Since I did go to school in the area, I was surprised that I never once heard about this case. What's sad is that since Julie Valentine lost her life so early in her life, I can't describe her personality like I've done with previous victims I've talked about in my previous videos. This case is truly heartbreaking and extremely frustrating. Here we go. Like I mentioned before, I can't describe Julie Valentine because she died when she was about a few days old. Julie Valentine wasn't even her real name. In fact, this precious little girl never even had a name to begin with. This is how it all began. On February 13th, 1990, in Greenville, South Carolina, a man was in a wooded area as he searched for flowers to give his wife the next day for Valentine's Day. As he found the flowers, this man discovered something much more horrific. What he discovered was a 6-pound baby girl wrapped in a Wall Street Journal newspaper and was placed in a Sears vacuum cleaner cardboard box. Police were called, then found placenta, sheets, and towels, items which were used to deliver a baby. Terry Christie was the one who led the investigation. As police were investigating, they believed this baby was born on February 10th, 1990 and was immediately abandoned after her birth. When the autopsy was done, it was determined that the baby was in fact breathing outside of the womb before her death. Since the baby didn't have a name, the police didn't want her to be known as Jane Doe. Because they discovered the child around Valentine's Day, the police named her Julie Valentine. They were able to raise enough money to install a plaque in her honor in Woodlawn Memorial Park. Investigators did their best to find clues, but the more difficult it was to find these clues, the colder this case got. Despite how cold this case became, Julie Valentine wasn't forgotten. Over the years, she became a symbol for child abuse prevention. There was also a heart-shaped sculpture in Cleveland Park to honor Julie Valentine's memory. A Greenville Center, which helped child abuse survivors, named their organization the Julie Valentine Center. Like I mentioned before, over the years, this case became cold until DNA and genealogy tracking were used. What investigators discovered was the identity of the baby's father. Once the police tracked down the father, he pointed the police to the baby's mother, whose name is Brooke Graham. The thing is that the police did look into Brooke Graham and her ex-boyfriend shortly after Julie Valentine was discovered. The authorities reviewed past purchases Graham made, like the same vacuum box Julie Valentine was found in. Since the police didn't have enough evidence, they weren't able to make an arrest. Graham did have history of getting in trouble with the law for stuff such as forgery and fraud. The father wasn't charged of the baby's death, but the mother was after police arrested her on April 4th of this year. Terry Christie, the former lead investigator who had already retired, never lost hope that the case would be solved. Greenville police also never lost hope in solving the case. What baffles me is that Graham does have 2 grown living children, but she couldn't allow Julie Valentine to live her life. Another fact I found out was that Julie Valentine wasn't even the first baby Graham left for dead. On April 15th, 1989, a baby boy was discovered in a garbage bag in a wooded area. This was Graham's other child, which means this baby was Julie Valentine's older brother. Graham is obviously a sick individual, and I'm sure she'll be in prison for the rest of her life for not only leaving 1 but 2 children to die. I literally can't understand how she carried those babies to term and left them to die. Living in a sin-cursed earth really influences people to do some demonic stuff. Like, praise God, Julie Valentine's case and her older brother's case was solved. It's a shame that they didn't even get to live a life because they were born to a sick, demonic individual for mother. For anyone who doesn't want children, just give them up for adoption. I know there will be plenty of people saying that the kids might have grown up in foster care, but who are we to decide a child's future? Like, there are plenty of couples who want kids and would love to adopt an unwanted child. Overall, I thank God this case is finally solved. Since I'm a born-again Christian, this is just a reminder that the God I serve, the God of the Bible, is a God of justice, and he made sure the truth finally came out. This is also a reason why we should never give up on cases that have grown cold for decades. Unfortunately, Julie Valentine and her older brother never had a life, but at least there's a great chance the two can get justice after their death. That's all I've got to say. If you've got any thoughts on this case, please leave your thoughts in the comments section. If you like this video, please hit the like button. I upload true crime videos every Tuesday, so please feel free to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about the next video. I'll see y'all next week for True Crime Tuesdays. Talk to y'all later.